Hey everybody, Adam or EposVox here, and while I was benchmarking my GTX 1080 graphics card, I was able to max out most games at 2160p on the max settings, getting decent frame rates, and while that was great and fun and exciting, it wasn't all that surprising. What was surprising was the performance that I was able to get out of Guild Wars 2, an MMO that, like many MMOs, is notorious for having low frame rates and big world events and world bosses due to the raw CPU power needed for how many players, upwards of hundreds at a time, are on the screen, all shooting at this singular boss. Let's take a look at what I ended up finding.
Normal gameplay in Guild Wars 2 isn't all that difficult to achieve high performance in, especially if you don't have super sampling on or just aren't running it at 4K. But there are two aspects of the game that cause performance to plummet almost universally across any system, and that is world versus world when big groups clash, and big world bosses with lots of participants. Hundreds upon hundreds of players, pets, minions, all talking, running, attacking, and creating particles and movement on screen, compacted into a fairly small space. This is no easy task to compute. Most of us are used to dealing with these scenarios with frame rates in the teens or even single digits. But while testing my GTX 1080, I was actually able to complete a world boss, Tequatl, with a huge group and experience it mostly while running at an acceptable 30 FPS. Sometimes it did get into the 17 to 15 FPS range, but that's still fairly smooth compared to what I'm used to. I've literally never seen this huge of an event play so smoothly, nevertheless at 4K. But it wasn't the GTX 1080 that did the legwork or held the game back in this scenario. The 1080, you see, doesn't even break a sweat, delivering a 100 plus frame rate in Guild Wars 2 during normal gameplay. The graphics, it can handle. Turns out it's the CPU that bottlenecks when there is this many on-screen players and fights happening. This makes sense, given that while I was running a GTX 660 and my fiance's rig ran a similar spec card, that my game would always run a tad smoother than hers, since my rig has a much better processor. And whenever she plays on her laptop and already has a pretty low frame rate, jumping in world versus world or a big boss battle didn't seem to hinder it that much more. But still, I was surprised. So while I recorded myself playing the boss battle, I also captured the Task Manager's Performance tab. Sure enough, my Intel Core i7-6900K 8-core 16-thread CPU was getting put to the test in this fight. All 16 threads were doing some serious work to try to process everything that was happening in the game. The load was actually extremely similar to when the machine is encoding a video. It's pretty crazy. And again, I was getting most of that battle at 30 frames per second, which I had never seen before. I just wanted to share this as it was a pretty cool find while benchmarking my GTX 1080. This may be common knowledge for heavy MMO players, but Guild Wars is pretty much the only one I play, so I haven't looked that much into it. But if you're looking for better performance in these scenarios in an MMO, I definitely recommend going for a better processor before you get a new GPU, unless yours just can't handle the normal gameplay anyway. That's it from me. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video, get subscribed for more awesome tech videos, and come check out my GTX 1080 benchmarking video if you haven't seen it yet. My name has been Adam or EposVox, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I also want to take a moment to give a huge thanks and shout out to our recent Patreon subscribers. Without you guys, these videos would not be possible, and I thoroughly appreciate your help. Visit patreon.com/EposVox to learn more.